Hey guys, it's Matt and I'm back with my Bragi Dash. As you can see, I'm wearing them right now. I've had the Dash for about a week and a half now and I wanted to give you some quick impressions. Now stay tuned because I'm going to do some much deeper dives on some of the topics I'm going to cover, so subscribe and make sure to look out for those videos. Now to start out, the fit and finish of the Dash is way beyond anything I expected, especially from a Kickstarter project. They're really well designed, really clean, everything is rock solid, especially if you look at the case. Now these are all made of metal, so they feel really solid. The magnetic contacts in here, when you pop in the Dash, it snaps in just really quickly and really firmly and you feel good about it. So I'm really impressed so far with the fit and finish. Now the case for the Dash is extremely compact and functional. Right here you have a micro USB port, and that's used to charge the actual case. It can hold 5 charges to charge the Dash up. This port is also used to update the Dash when Bragi sends out its regular updates. Now a good size comparison of the Dash case. Here is my Shure SCL4 headphones. That's the case size comparison. These are my Westone 4Rs. So the Bragi one is a lot smaller. And then here's the Jaybird Bluebud X case size comparison. So the Dash is very small and compact and I'm really happy about that. Now everyone wants to know actually how well do the Dash fit in your ear and stay in. So I'll pop them in right now just so you can see. There's that one in. And there's that one in. And one thing I should note that's really cool about the Dash is there is no on-off switch. When you put them in, they automatically turn on. When you take them off, they power down. So no fuss around that. So they're on right now, and they fit really good. Right now I have the small size sleeve, and they give lots of different sleeve sizes. So definitely try them out and see which ones fit your ears the best. One thing to note though is that a lot of people like to use third-party sleeves like Comply, foam tips, like the ones that I use on my Jaybirds. Those I don't know if they would be able to fit on here, but stay tuned. I'm going to look in to see if there are ways to get some other third-party sleeves to fit on these. Now over the last week and a half I've gone running with the Dash, I've gone biking, I've taken them swimming, and at no point did I feel like they were going to fall out. They felt really solid in my ear, and so at least for me they stay in and I'm pretty confident with them. So what about sound quality? I would consider myself an audiophile, so I set the bar a little high. I would rate the Dash as solid. They don't sound as good as, say, my Jaybird Bluebud X, but they do sound better than a decent set of headphones. The highs are not very crisp. They sound kind of subdued and muted. The bass is a little boomy and not very tight. And if you're listening to podcasts or things like that, there is a very faint but audible noise, kind of distortion noise you can hear in the background that's just constant and steady. Something I didn't hear in my Bluebuds. So I popped the Dash back in to talk to you about the touch controls, because these have touch sensitive surfaces on each Dash. This Dash controls audio transparency and activity tracking, and this Dash, the right Dash here, controls all your music. So to start music, you hit it with a tap. To pause, you just tap again. There's functionality to change the volume, so you swipe, and this is decreasing the volume, this is increasing the volume. If you want to skip forward, you double tap. If you want to skip backwards, you triple tap. And these controls, originally when I got the Dash, they were really finicky, but in the last update that just came out a couple days ago, they've really drastically made the controls much more reliable. And so with that kind of update coming from Bragi that's making such a big difference, I have a lot of confidence that the updates will continue to improve the Dash at a pretty rapid rate. Transparency mode is another much talked about feature on the Dash. To enable it, you just swipe, and when it's on, you can actually hear what's going on in the room. The way they work is the earbuds are actually in your ears doing sound isolation, so you can't really hear normally, but then the microphones on the dash will pick up the noise in the room and your surroundings and then play it back in your ears on top of whatever you're listening to. And the effect is really game-changing. It means that when you're walking around and you need to talk to someone, you just swipe and now you can hear them and talk to them. And so I've been really impressed with how this feature works. One note I would say is I wouldn't recommend using them out in the wind, because they don't work well with the wind. You hear a lot of noise, and that goes for biking and running at times. If you're in a kind of windy environment, it pretty much makes the feature useless. So keep that in mind if that's a kind of usage model you were thinking to use with transparency mode. As for the activity tracking features of the dash, I haven't really gone into too much depth with them. I've tested them out a little bit. One thing is the heart rate tracking was a little inconsistent. That's probably something they'll be able to fix in future updates. So let's talk battery life. As I mentioned, the dash case will hold 5 charges, but how long does a single charge last? Bragi claims 3 hours of music playback, and I've seen it to be at least that. One really great thing is the standby time, because since when you take the dash out they just power down, they last a really long time on standby. So if you're just using them here and there and you pop them out, they could last much longer. Another key feature of the dash is that they're waterproof. So I actually took them swimming, and it was actually a pretty amazing experience to have headphones, music playing back while you're swimming. And they sound pretty much the same whether you're underwater or above water, because the sleeves seal so well. Some of the drawbacks that I saw during swimming, though, is there was some malfunctioning and false touches registered by water splashing over the sensors. So that's something that hopefully they can fix with updates. At times there was some problems with one dash cutting in and out, but these were just spotty problems. Overall, it was a pretty awesome experience. So overall, I'm really happy with the dash. I think it's a great job by Bragi. They kind of knocked it out of the park for their first release. It's definitely an early adopter type product, so you're going to deal with lots of bugs, but there are going to be fixes. I have confidence that they're coming fast. They've been coming fast. And so, do I recommend them? That depends on how much you value a lot of the smart features that are built into the dash that you might not find in something like your traditional wireless headphones. Alright, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.